Greetings, D&D players, enthusiasts, and observers alike, and welcome back to Chronicles of Kriath! My name is Emma, and I will be your DM today and every day that this wonderful campaign exists. Let's go around the virtual table once again and remind you all of who's playing today. So, to my right and going around, we have Nathan.
Hello, I'm Nathan, and I play Rubo, Alon Lover. Sums me up.
That does. And speaking of, we have Rosie.
I'm Rosie. I'm playing Alon, a champion fighter from the city of Kriath. Ultimate pretty boy with a resting guard face, but I'm trying. I might start leaving out that pretty boy statement.
Don't.
Nah, we all know it. I mean, you could leave it out, but we all know it.
But moving on, we have Andrew.
Yes, I am Andrew, playing Thael Thu, the cleric druid of the star-related subclasses, and the resident cleric and godly one, I suppose.
Indeed he is. Very, very godly indeed. And someone not so godly, but increasingly curious about godly things, we have Jeremy.
Hello, I'm Jeremy, and I play Damien. Damien is a very simple man, a blacksmith, and is now the father of the entire party for the most part.
Pretty much, yeah.
You're not my dad.
We love our dad.
You're not my dad! I have a dad!
I'll be your second father.
Okay, first off, let's clarify. I don't have a dad either, but I don't want one.
He's the cool one that will buy you beer.
Damn. Alright.
And he actually did buy beer for Chatwin, and here's Gia.
Hi! Oh god! What's happening this session, guys? I'm Gia, playing Chatwin. I'm fucking scared. Haha, let's see. I'm suffering.
And you have every right to be scared.
Oh god!
Because last time, our characters shook hands with Fey royalty, making a deal to rid their land of a dangerous intruder in exchange for gifts befitting of their life goals. They also negotiated for some add-ons, which ranged from pressed flowers to a new pixie companion that will be traveling with them, named Aliana. Satisfied with their impending goodies, the party set off in search of this strange foe. It was smooth sailing for a bit, but all of that progress came to a screeching halt when they discovered that the only way to continue pursuing that target was sailing to a nearby island. Chatwin, terrified of the idea of getting back on a boat, gave control of her body over to Santhovek. You know, the scary entity trapped inside of her head, so that she could get the party there safely. And that's where we're returning, as you've all just watched what you could probably assume to be the weirdest muscle spasm you've ever seen, and now see Chatwin kind of oddly staring at all of you.
Chatwin, you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. Are we going or what?
Does Chatwin sound like that to us, or does she
Yeah.
sound like Chatwin?
Okay, so to describe it, it sounds like Chatwin, but it doesn't. You guys can hear under her voice like the faintest whisper of a second voice speaking in tandem with Chatwin.
Oh, what was all that?
What was all what?
The twisting and the cracking sounds and
Santhovek, just get on the boat.
in your voice. It's kind of. Am I the only one who thinks that was weird?
Oh, it doesn't seem that weird, given other things, I suppose.
Other things?
Just tell them it was a weird magic thing and get on the boat. It was a weird magic spasm. They happen sometimes.
Okay.
I'm getting on the boat. Come with me.
I'm gonna get on the boat, but I want an insight.
Okay, insight check.
I'm sorry, no, I know magic. That shit don't happen.
Does Santhovek have her own deception?
Yes, she does.
Oh god, I don't like that.
I rolled a 2 for a total of 4, so no go. Yeah, sure. I don't know enough about magic.
Fair, because she rolled in that 20. So
Fuck off.
Popping off.
Get off
Santhovek.
those dice. Get off those dice.
Stay on those dice.
you don't know what a magic spasm is and you've never seen one? I guess you've seen one now.
All right.
Seems legit.
I get on the boat. Fuck it.
I get into the boat and I'm like, Chatwin, I thought you didn't want to get on the boat.
I don't. The magic spasm was part of me trying to, well, let's just say I am magically suppressing my terror right now.
Really?
How do you do that?
Lots of practice.
A lot of practice suppressing things. Interesting.
Yes. Are you done?
Done what?
Done asking questions. We need to go. Don't we need to catch up to him before he leaves?
Chatwin, you're normally fine with me asking questions. Why is it such a big deal?
Because we're in a hurry and I need to go across water.
Okay. Yeah, sure. How does this work? And I look down at the boat. I don't know how to use a boat either.
Yeah, do you want us to pull ropes or do something?
And she'll pause.
Santhovek, tell them this and this. I don't know anything about sailing, Gia. Chatwin does. Chatwin will relay instructions to Santhovek to relay to them to assist Santhovek in sailing. Oh god.
Indeed. Santhovek will kind of stand there and you guys will watch Chatwin kind of sit there and nod for a second, as if she's listening to something, and then just go,
Okay. Yes, I will need,
And she'll look up and she'll see that there is like a small sail on this boat. And she'll be like,
Damien, Elon, whoever is, wants to do all the strong things today. One of you can work the sail.
And she'll kind of look at all of you and just be like,
Rubo, I don't know which one of you likes looking at things more. Whoever has the better eyes can... There's a bit of a, crow's nest, I guess?
And the crow's nest isn't really much of a crow's nest. It's just like a little elevated platform off of the deck.
And I guess I could, I don't think I have jobs for everyone, since there's not a lot that needs to be done. Someone can help untie the boat from the dock before we set sail, but that's it.
We can do that. Do we all need to be helping do this? I thought you were taking the boat, Chatwin.
I mean, we all need to get across, don't we?
No, I understand. I didn't know that we needed to do the work. I assumed that was what you were doing.
Well, it takes more than one person to drive a boat.
All right, I'll take care of the sails. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Hopefully you can give me a little bit of guidance on what I'm supposed to do here.
If I need you to do something, I will shout at you.
All right, that works.
Perfect. Are we all in agreement?
Yeah.
I suppose, yes. Do you want to keep a lookout, Rubo, or shall I?
Yeah, I suppose I can climb up there.
And before you do, he'll offer a hand. I'm going to cast guidance.
Sweet.
Only for a minute, I believe.
I'll climb up there and take a look and try to look out in the direction we're planning to go. I'll shout down, "Are we going this way?" I'll just kind of point out across the water.
Yes, Rubo, the boat is already pointed in the direction we're going.
That's convenient.
Indeed it is. But that's also why we're taking this boat.
Oh.
And as everyone's getting the boat ready, getting ready for their various positions or whatever, or getting ready to be a passenger, rather, I will cut to Chatwin real quick.
Oh god.
Chatwin, you've retreated to your little spot in the back of your mind. That dark, lonely place with the mirror on the floor where you're watching a terrifying thing that's only ever really been in your head control everything, puppeting your body, speaking to your friends. It's both strange and in some ways comforting.
I'm going to, I just kind of sit on the floor. I'm going to take off my big overcoat. I'm going to take off my gloves and set them on the mirrored floor where it's nice and cool and just let them sit for a second. And I'll be honest, I think Chatwin sits and cries for about 15 minutes. Just deep, heavy, body-racking sobs because she is so scared in this moment of a lot of things. and I can see the people moving around me as Santhovek moves about the deck of the ship and is giving orders and such. I can see figures, featureless figures of people made out of like rainbow light and magic. I can see them moving around. I just can't see who they are. Like, I see someone climbing up like they're going on a crow's nest. I see someone moving like they're moving a sail, but I know if I touch them, my hand will go right through them. I know I've been in this situation before a few times. So I just sit and I take this moment to let out some stuff that I was holding on to for a while since I left home the second time. And just kind of catch up, take a breath. But I keep a very close eye on the people around me. As though I'm scared of a lot of things, I'm also very scared of Santhovek bringing harm.
Indeed. And as you're watching, you see things kind of flicker for a moment as she sort of steers your body to the wheel of the ship, getting ready to pilot. And you see things flicker for a second, and a figure appears. One that you actually haven't seen before. You've never seen what Santhovek looks like in your mind, but all of a sudden she kind of appears in front of you. This towering figure of with long black hair rolling in waves down her back. These piercing blood red eyes that kind of stare down at you. And an entire body, just that's about as much as you get. The rest is engulfed in fire. And she stares down at you, sees kind of the shock in your eyes, and is like, "What? I'm not allowed to come back into the place where I spend most of my time to talk to you?"
I didn't know you could do that. I didn't.
Yes, this would be much easier to hide if you would just retreat into your mind every once in a while so we could have a conversation.
I can't do this all the time. I can't. I have to. I don't like doing this. I don't like being here.
I know. I don't like it either, but I deal with it because we share a body. And now, I'm piloting.
I've never seen you before.
I know. It's been quite a long time. Figure you might as well get a glimpse.
What are you?
That is a question for another day. Because it requires a very long explanation, and I think your friends are going to get suspicious if we just stand here and stare off into space for too long. Are you willing to take your arms back to steer?
Sure. I can try, yeah. I'm gonna put my gloves back on, even though I am in my psyche. I don't like the idea of touching something without them on.
Mm-hmm. And you see her kind of smile, and she's like, "Good. That way I don't need to fuck things up and kill your friends."
Please don't. I think when she gives me my arms, there's like a wheel also made out of like rainbow light, but it's solid enough that I can touch it. So like I'm still not in my body, but I can still reach out and like touch things. But I still can't touch, other things. Well, I can touch things with my hands. I couldn't like touch it with my foot or my head. Like that's kind of how I'm imagining it.
Yeah, and it's a very strange sensation because you're watching through this mirror as like you move your arms and you can feel and see the movement of your arms, but then you go to like tilt your head and like at a certain angle because there's you can still feel a little bit of a like crick in your neck, but then you realize that your head's not moving to get rid of it, and it's uncomfortable. Until as Santhovek's image fades, so does that sensation, and all you feel is your arms and that steering wheel that you're gripping like a lifeline. As we come back to the boat, and everyone does last-minute preparations. Was anyone looking to have any conversations or anything?
As Chatwin's like this situation's like playing out and she's taking the wheel, I think that like as the two of them stop communicating, like I imagine it's like a fading of voice. As I'm like, Chatwin!
Sorry, what?
What do I do from up here?
Oh, just keep an eye on things. Make sure there aren't any rocks or whales or anything scary. I don't know what's here.
Okay.
He's just staring at Alon.
Is the ship gonna move a lot?
Yes, we have to get to that island.
Okay.
And she says that, and you see her body kind of turn like she's gonna point, but instead the hands are still gripping the steering wheel.
I point, but in the wrong direction.
And Santhovek kind of like through the corner of her mouth just goes,
Other way, Chatwin.
Shit. I point the right direction. I can't see shit.
Chatwin, I thought you knew which way we were going.
Yes, we're going that way. We're going the way I'm pointing now.
And we still hear this like whispered like undertone to the voice, correct?
yes.
Can Rubo make an inside check on this whole situation? With the weirdness of her like pointing the wrong way?
Yes, you can.
Rubo's gonna insight check everything. He's gonna know everything.
Guess the fuck what? That's one thing I'm actually good at.
Oh shit.
That is a 19 on the die.
Oh shit.
Plus 7, 26.
Jeez. Okay. You watch for a second, and you thought things were a little off before. Like maybe you were hearing something that wasn't quite right. But as you watch her a little more, as she's kind of dismissed what you were saying before and going on to focus as the boat starts to drift from the shore and Damien has finished untethering it, you start to notice little things. Like how the arms seem to be death gripping the wheel, but at the same time, the rest of the body seems oddly relaxed, light on the feet, not necessarily standing the same way that Chatwin would typically stand. And then you see like the head movements, and you watch for a moment, and you see how jerky they are as she's looking from side to side, as if someone was trying to, like on a puppet, pull a string and make it look a different way than it was before. It doesn't look like Chatwin is in tune with her body anymore.
Okay, I have no idea if this will do anything different. But can I use Divine Sense again?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I want to know, so I already have done this a couple times around Chatwin, well, and Theolthu, but Chatwin. And I want to know if I sense anything different. So like I should get the sense that she's like undead and just like the general sense of how good or possibly evil Chatwin is, but like I want to know if I get a different vibe.
Gio, what's Chatwin's alignment?
Chatwin is actually neutral good.
Okay. So you start reaching out to sort of get a vibe off of things again. And you get some of the same readings at first, like that undead feeling coming from both her and Thelthu. But instead of that typical, like, good but not too good vibe that you've been getting off of Chatwin, there is this overwhelming evil that is radiating off of her. It's almost like it's making the air thicker as you feel it kind of like wash over you as you stare at Chatwin. And the longer you stare at her, the more scared you get, because this is not your friend.
Rubo falls out of the crow's nest.
Like falls or
He just falls. He stops holding on and he straight falls.
You see the head snap in your direction and just be like,
Are you okay?
Are you?
Rubo? What? Alon's gonna go help him up.
I don't like the boat anymore.
Oh, I could be up the one in the crow's nest if that helps.
Yeah, I'm gonna. And I look, and I'm instantly looking for Damien, and I'm gonna go hang out with Damien, and I start dry heaving a little bit because the boat like lurching forward.
and you see Chatwin kind of sigh and just be like,
If you need, I think there's a bucket at the back of the boat.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass him off to Damien.
Yeah, Damien's gonna look at him and be like, "Are you alright, lad? You look like you've seen a ghost."
Throw open the bucket real quick. I guess I should have said this before we got on the boat, but one, I don't do very well on boats, and two, Okay. And two, something's not right with Chatwin, and I don't know what it is. I know that I've already brought this up to you a couple of times, but there's something different about her.
Alright. I agree, she's a bit odd right now. But she also has a horrible fear of boats. That could be part of it.
But I feel I'm kind of scared of boats too, to be honest. But Damien, I don't know. Something seems truly evil about her right now.
Evil, like, really evil? Not like just off and maybe a bit rude type?
The same thing that I do that I when I sensed that her and Thealthu were undead, I did it again, and it just normally I can kind of get a sense on if someone's fairly good or fairly evil person, and Chatwin has always been good. Even when I've been thinking she's undead, she still seems to be good intention, but that doesn't seem to be the case at all anymore.
Alright, well, we'll keep this to ourselves. I will talk to Chatwin later.
Okay.
Oh, lad, please don't get that on my clothes.
I'm sorry. The boat just moves a lot.
That's what boats do.
Are we almost there? And I look up and we're like 15 feet offshore.
Yeah, we're not super offshore yet. And Chatwin is going to go ahead and look at Thelthu and just be like,
Seen anything that looks dangerous? Rocks, anything?
Let me get a good look. Do me to roll perception?
yes, please.
All right. Could I cast guidance before doing so?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. And he will quickly bless himself with the knowledge and power of the stars. That's my d20, which it's a nat 20.
Yay!
Oh,
Hell yeah.
I want to see if I can get a 30. It's possible because my perception is 6, so we're at 26 plus guidance, which is the d4. Hey, it is a 4.
Hey!
These are not going to come up in the camera, but yes, a 30 perception.
Level 5 30.
Hell yeah. Level 530 perception.
So is Andrew just roll nat 20s while on boats?
Apparently.
Jesus Lord.
Apparently boats are your lucky place.
Yeah, apparently.
And not mine.
But as you step onto the crow's nest, doing your best to make sure that Rubo hasn't puked anywhere, I believe that's kind of probably where Thelthu starts honing his perception abilities, because you don't see any puke, but you do see like various stains from like boots of whoever owned this vessel previously that would stomp up here, because they had some very muddy boots. You need to swab the deck after this.
When you mentioned the bucket, I was like, oh, maybe, well, if I wasn't up here, I'd be doing that, but
Well, the bucket's now full of puke, but
hopefully there's another.
hopefully. But as you kind of look out onto the open sea, you're jarred for a minute because you're reminded, oh yeah, the sea's purple here. This is weird. And then you start looking and you're surprised at how much you can take in just by looking across to this island, because it's still a fair distance off, but you can already tell that the shore there is fairly rocky and is going to require a bit of maneuvering to get to. And in between there, you can see some movement of shadows underneath the water. There's definitely some sort of like fish or animal life in there, but it doesn't look like anything that's taken notice of your boat as you're going off. So you're not super worried about anything that's really there hindering your journey. It's more the getting to land of the boat and finding a good place to dock it with all those rocks there.
Okay, and quick question. There is no, like, smaller boat, at least that we have seen, like, as attached to this vessel.
Not attached to this vessel, no, but you would catch a glimpse of another boat parked essentially in between two stones on the other side of the channel by where the island is.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't look like that boat made a very smooth landing,
I see.
but it's there enough for the person to jump onto shore from the tip of the boat.
Ah, okay. Then he'll call back down to Chatwin. Well, the seas are clear. There are fish, but they shouldn't cause us any trouble. The island is going to be quite rocky. It might be hard to land near the shores, but there is a ship that is stuck by some rocks that may be a bit easier. Granted, we don't get caught ourselves. We could use that as a makeshift dock, I suppose. Other than that, well, I don't think this vessel will do well if we landed on the shores one way or another. So perhaps the other boat is our best bet.
I'll definitely explore that option. At the very least, I'll get us close enough that we can jump off this boat, and we'll find another way back.
All right, I'll keep an eye out in case anything changes.
And I'll carry you, Chatwin, just so you don't have to get in the water if we need to.
Thank you, Damien. I appreciate it.
And as we sail on, Chatwin, I'm going to go ahead and have you roll. I believe you have proficiency in water vehicles?
I do have proficiency in water vehicles. So would that be like dex and proficiency? Would that be a saving throw? Would that be... What do you think?
I'm trying to think, because Thieves' Tools is a little easier because that's dex. I would say in this particular situation...
Ooh, could I do strength because I'm fighting the waves?
Or intelligence because you're directing us?
Yeah, I've higher... My dex is my second lowest, so I'm trying to see if I can't use one of my higher scores.
I see. I'll give you strength for this first one.
Okay.
I think as you get closer to the shore and are going to have to do more maneuvering, that's going to be more of a...
More of a dex?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is just strength check plus my proficiency bonus?
Yes.
Okay, so that's just plus 5 to whatever I roll. Which isn't too bad. That's 12 on the die plus 5, so that's 17.
Nice. You keep a pretty straight course as you cut across the channel towards this island. And it takes a good 10 to 15 minutes for the boat to cross the channel. And Chatwin's staying pretty quiet and calm throughout the whole thing, barking out an order here, an order there about the sails and everything else. But other than that, she's surprisingly quiet, and for being scared, seems fairly calm as she stands at this wheel.
Can I try something?
Okay.
Can I try to cast Lay on Hands on myself, but the 5 HP to cure disease or neutralize poison and try to get rid of my seasickness?
Go for it. I would say, yeah, that would cure your seasickness.
Oh my god.
I'm just like rubbing my stomach softly, like kind of like half in a fetal position, just like, oh, and then I'm like my hands start to glow softly, and I like just got to do it on my stomach real quick, and I'm like, oh,
and surprisingly, you feel fine. For the first time ever, you start to notice that like the boat's rocking, and that motion doesn't bother you anymore. You don't feel like you're going to throw up every 2 seconds. And soon enough, a couple minutes have passed, and you still haven't felt it.
I finally kind of sit up, and I look over at Damien, and I'm like, Damien, I don't feel sick anymore.
Oh, that's a good thing.
And I jump to my feet real quick. I want to run up to like the front of the ship and like, just like Titanic on the front of the ship, or like hang off the front and like let the wind hit me. I love boats.
So majestic, so beautiful.
My hair just in the wind, yeah.
Oh my gosh. And Santhovek jerkily shakes Chatwin's head and just whispers,
Again, you have some very strange friends.
I mean, I associate with you, so yes.
We're not friends. I don't have friends.
I didn't say we were friends. I said I associate with you.
Fair enough, but that's what you implied by saying that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I won't imply that next time. I would never be your friend.
Good.
Good. Fuck you.
Fuck you too.
and yes, that was all whispered out loud.
I think Aruba's at the front, very distracted right now. I don't know. I don't know who's next to her to hear this. I don't think maybe Alon?
If Alon is hearing this, Alon is just choosing to ignore it right now and just get through this boat ride because
This is definitely not as fun as Toya's boat.
Toya's boat. Sorry.
As Rubo's up on the front of the ship, he's standing there for a minute, and all of a sudden he's like, I feel kind of weird. And whoosh, those giant metal wings burst out of his back.
What the fuck? Whatever rope I'm holding, it's gone.
And I go, oh, not this! And the wind catches my wings and I start tumbling back on the boat.
Hang glide, grab a rope.
I'm gonna grab him.
Before that, can I attempt to cast Gust to right him? To push him the other way?
I would say you can use it for that. I'm going to say make me a quick dex check to make sure you're casting it at just the right moment to make sure he doesn't tumble.
Would it be more appropriate that he makes a strength save to keep his feet, or he just falls flat first? I will do either or. I just, as per the spell is written, it.
Fair enough. That's right. I forgot about that. We'll keep the save.
So I need to make a strength save?
Yeah,
Yes.
I believe in you. It's only a 14 DC.
Well, that is a 4 on the die.
Oh, no.
Hold on. I'm very strong, of course. It's only a -1.
Oh, no, I thought.
So it's a 3. Can I add some flavor to this?
Yes, you may. Really quick though, Damien, if you're gonna try and catch him, you would need to make a. I'll say athletics or acrobatics, whichever you would prefer.
Athletics. That's a 9. Jesus.
Oh my god.
I rolled a 3.
He starts to like fumble backwards as the wind catches the wings, and the gust hits that he tries to balance him with, and it takes him off a little bit, and he's like, the wings start to move, and he's like, oh, I'm flying.
Oh, that's not what I thought would happen.
But the gust, like, he can't control his wings in the gust, so he flips, and now he's upside down. Oh, I'm falling.
Oh, God.
And Damien, you reach out to try and catch him, and just with the side of the boat in the way, it's a lot harder to reach out and catch a limb, especially since he's so like scrambling around with these giant wings in the way. Yeah, Rubo, I would say at this point, you're kind of, with the trajectory you're falling, you're like, one of the wings would hit the boat, but most of you is over the water.
Can I feel like, although this is an ability of Rubo's, he doesn't know how to use it. Can I make some sort of check to try to fly?
Yeah, I would say do acrobatics.
Okay, I can do that, I think.
To sort of maneuver yourself so that even though you're not really used to the wings or in control of them, you can at least maneuver yourself so that your body is the right way and you can fly instead of fall.
I do have disadvantage because of my heavy armor, because Rubo's a fool.
God damn it.
But it was a 13 and a 16, so 13 plus 2 is 15.
All right, I would say you're able to kind of realizing that you're falling and putting yourself in the water would be a disastrous decision right now, especially since you don't know how the hell you would swim with these giant wings jutting out of your back. You manage to twist your body so that it rights where you're positioned so that your wings are no longer facing the ground but are facing the sky, and they're able to get a couple good flaps in and get you some solid air so that you're still close to the boat, but you're not high enough.
Perfect. I try to pump my wings like pretty hard to like catch up with the speed of the boat, and I start to like lurch forward, and I go, I don't want to be up here anymore. Alon, catch me! And I like let my wings like drop, and I like angle myself to launch at Alon.
Alon was taking off of his sword like as he was like about to seem as if he was about to go into the water, ready to jump in, and just like if he lands on him, he lands on him. It's fine.
Dex save, good sir.
Me or him?
Alon.
Chatwin is in her like mind palace right now, watching these figures of light fly around that, and she just sees the one with the wings go through the air, and just goes like, "Rubo, what the fuck?"
That's a 14 on the dice plus 4, 18 total.
All right, you managed to, as like you said, you were taking off your sword to go in the water, and then you realize that he's falling. Oh crap, he's falling towards you. And you drop the sword and manage to get your arms out just enough to sort of catch him into your arms as he propels back.
Go ahead, Nathan. You can make the joke here. Are you falling for me? I'm having fun with this now. Yeah, I just catch him and just fall down pretty much, take the most of the brunt of it, and just like, what the fuck is going on, Rubo?
Hey.
What the fuck are those? Excuse my language, but
I honestly don't really know. I think I'm still just like laying on top of you.
Did they look sharp?
They are kind of sharp. They're made of metal.
Yeah. You think you can move them so we don't get cut?
Yeah, sure. I don't really know how to use them. I actually only found out about this. I guess I don't know how the time works here. Yesterday in the time that I'm experiencing, or 2 days ago, was it? I don't know how time works here. This is
like before I met you all.
Yeah, right before I met you.
Well, that's pretty new.
They do kind of weird things, and I'll like stand up and they kind of like furl out for a second, and I'll like whip one of them, and like one of my like feathers like shoots out and stabs into the side of the boat.
Elon looks in horror.
I don't really know how to do that. I just know if I whip the wing really hard, it happens.
All right, so you're able to hide them before.
I don't really know how they come out.
Okay. Elon at this point's gotten up and she's like, looks kind of at the sail, looks at Chatwin. Are we good for now?
We're on the steady course.
Okay. Try moving your shoulders. Try moving just those. I don't think of it like a part of your body, I guess. I don't know. Try that.
Okay. Do I need to make some sort of check to like control my wings well?
I'd say make another dex check.
Just like straight dex or acrobatics, or
I'd say do straight dex for this one, because I'm going to say that since you don't really know what you're doing, you don't have the proficiency bonus for this.
that is a 12 plus 2, 14.
All right, with a 14, you're able to. It's clunky, and there are a couple times that you move it in the wrong direction, but you're able to get it to move where you want to.
All right. Take your armor off.
Sure. I go to take my armor off. I don't think I can very well because I do wear like a chainmail shirt, and I assume my wings are like sprouting out of it now. And I go, this is never happened to me. Normally I'm pretty good at getting undressed.
Okay, stop. Alrighty, how did they disappear before?
Honestly, they just kind of disappeared.
What did you do? Did you do like, okay, close your eyes, breathe, count to 10.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
No, breathe. There you go. Just calm down and try to imagine them just going away. Maybe I don't.
I'm taking like deep breaths in through my nose and out through my mouth. And you smell really nice. Sorry. And the wings slowly kind of vanish because it does only last for a minute.
And as soon as they do, you see Chatwin kind of looking at the two of you and is like,
Well, now that the danger has passed, are you two going to get a room?
Excuse me?
She kind of raises an eyebrow at you for a moment and is like,
Never mind.
keeps driving the boat.
Hold on, would I even know the context of get a room? I think I would, but not really. Ellen's gonna look and just curious, just confused, furrowed brow, like not sure. It felt like she was making fun of him.
I mean, you can make an insight check if you'd like.
Yeah, hell yeah. 17 plus 2, 19.
Yeah, she was definitely making a joke about you.
That bitch. That's probably not an Alon thing, but noted.
Rubo goes, just I wouldn't talk to Chatwin a lot right now, and I don't want to go into it because Damien said he was going to talk to her, but there's something wrong with her.
Gonna take a second glance at Chatwin. She's sick.
It's maybe more than that. And I kind of look over at Damien. I think I kind of like have this moment of like internal struggle where like I talk to Dad about it and I don't want to like not let Dad handle it, but I'm like, I how do I put this?
Don't worry. I guess I've kind of dealt with shit like this before with some of the guys.
Wait, so you've dealt with people that were undead before?
No.
Oh, I misunderstand. I'm sorry. Because I talked to Damien about it, but he said that it wasn't. But she's still and she's kind of evil now, but she wasn't evil before.
Yeah, actually, Rubo, let's go talk.
Oh yeah, whatever.
I'm gonna take him to the other part of the boat, just like, kind of definitely out of earshot of at least Chatwin.
I go, we could go up to the front of the boat. It was pretty fun up there.
You also know that there is like a small hatch on the boat that would lead down to like the storage room.
We can either go down the hatch or we can go to the front of the boat, whichever.
Wherever you want to go. It sounds good. It sounds really good to me.
God damn it, Nathan. I can't take this seriously. He's gonna go down the hatch.
I as I go down the hatch, I let Alon go first. And I look over at Chatwin as I'm about to go down, and I go, I guess we're getting a room.
Santhovek just chuckles.
I'm so fucking done. So Alon's just down there, and he kind of tries to find a place to sit, whether it's on the floor, a crate, or a sitting place.
Is it totally dark down here, I'm assuming?
Yeah, it's pitch black down there. But both of you have dark vision, I believe. Or no, Alon doesn't. So
no, I don't.
I as I get down there, I'll cast a light on the end of my hand, just like on my fingertips, and kind of light.
Thank you.
We could do it in the dark if you want to, but
I can't see, so the light helps. Okay. I'm gonna ask you a few questions, okay?
Yeah. Anything.
How long have you known Chatwin?
I guess again, I guess time is weird here, but before we came here, a week?
Okay. And what kind of things have you seen her doing? Like, does she steal anything? Does she strike out at people? What's her demeanor?
Chetwin's pretty cool. I think that there was the evil mayor, and we did kind of strike out at him, but I thought he deserved it personally. That's a story for another time, but we did cause a bunch of mayhem and try to get him removed from office. But other than that, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen her steal anything.
Okay. She's never like killed some innocent creatures or people, nothing like that.
Nothing that hasn't deserved it, I suppose. We killed some zombies.
Okay.
We killed that snake that killed the tourist guide.
Okay. No offense, undead, they don't have an ounce of anything good in them. All they want to do is kill and eat, and it's not a good thing.
Can Rubo make a check right now that as she says eat to remember if I've ever seen Chatwin or Thialthu eat anything?
Make a history check.
Oh, I'm curious if it's not at the forefront of Rubo's mind, so I'm curious if it clicks right now. Okay, that is a 16 on the die. My history is +1, so 17.
Now that you think about it, you haven't seen them eat anything.
They can't be undead then, because I've never seen them eat. If you said they eat things, I've never seen either of them eat.
You haven't seen them eat a single thing, and you've been traveling with them for a week. Never sat down with them to eat breakfast, dinner.
Yeah, and we had snackums. Chatwin invented the snackum.
What's a snackum?
Oh, okay. So, very cool. Snackum, no invention. It's going to take the world by storm. So, like when you like take some rations with you and it's usually like a bunch of dry crap. Imagine if it could be delicious crackers and cheese and meat with like maybe like a nice little sweet to go with it to, tidy the meal off. But all packaged into one little package that you could kind of eat them as individual little bites.
Okay.
It's like a charcuterie board, but like to go.
Oh, okay.
I guess I didn't really think about it, but I guess not. And neither did Thialthu.
Thialthu did try one.
Yeah, now that you think about it, Thelthu did try one.
Okay. Thialthu tried one, but I don't know, he wanted to just eat his little berries and he wasn't excited about these, which makes no sense to me. But he also I'm not with them every minute of the day, I suppose. I guess I just thought that they were.
I'm just trying to. If she's undead, then it kind of explains a little bit of the weird stuff back there. I mean, kind of, not really. No offense, like undead they would hurt us. So this is, unless it's a smart undead.
Chatwin's never hurt me, and neither has Thialthu. They're both fine.
Then maybe we do as Damien says. We wait till we're out of this situation, and we, just go from there.
He thought it had something to do with the snake bites, which I don't know if it did, because
I mean, and it would be very weird for us to say, Strip, let's look at you and see if you gotten hurt. So let's not do that. Let's just go on. Let's get back up there. Let's not focus on this. Between that and your wings, everything is a little bit weird. I will admit.
Have you ever seen somebody with wings before? Because I thought it was weird too, just to be honest.
Emma, have I seen any portraits of other gods? That's what I'm saying specifically, or anything from books or anything like that.
Portraits of gods, yes. I mean, you would have seen that some of them, especially the angelic deities, would have had portrayals with wings or like up in the air in some capacity.
Actually, Robo, I have seen, I guess, some things with wings, but not what you're expecting.
Like women?
Like pictures of gods and goddesses.
Oh.
Never really metal wings. Not that I can think of on the top of my head, but... And you've only done this once before?
Yeah, I guess it just kind of happened.
When we're not doing anything, and not on a boat because there's a lot of wind going around, and you don't want to fall in the water, try doing it. See what triggers it. Sound good?
Yeah.
And just clap them on the shoulder like, you did good to get back on the boat. I was about to jump in the water and catch you.
Maybe I should have fallen in then. I would have been.
Regardless, you shouldn't get hurt like that. Let's go back up. And Alon's going to climb the ladder back up and go about business as usual. Don't take a look at Chatwin.
As Alon climbs the ladder, Rugo's whistling from beneath deck.
Thelthu, Damien, anything either of you were looking to do?
No. Damien's just, now that Rubo's safe, he's just like, all right, that's a lot of excitement for me.
If this could have happened while they were still talking, Thelthu would call down to Damien. Does this them going to talk? Is that something to do with the temperature? Seeing if one is warm or something?
Yes, that is exactly what was going on.
Ah, I see. And he's yelling this because, he's like up elevated, so.
Yeah. Chatwin's gonna be looking at you confused. Very confused. And Chatwin, you hear a little whisper just like,
What is he talking about temperature for? I'm pretty sure he's like... we are. Oh, so he doesn't realize when it's hot versus cold. No, like when I first woke up. Before you joined me, I couldn't remember much like that.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure. So he just doesn't know what things mean. From what I can surmise, yes.
Okay.
How close are we? This is interesting. This is terrible.
This is... Now I want to ask him.
Don't fucking talk to him.
Thelthu,
Oh, fuck.
do you know anything about sayings, or do you take everything literally?
Not everything literally, no.
Okay, so what sayings do you know?
Is now the time for this? Shouldn't I be keeping an eye out for rocks or whatnot?
We've still got a few feet left.
Oh, I don't know. Nothing comes to mind just thinking on it, but I don't suppose I use sayings too often.
Okay, but when you do use them, what do you say?
Well, given the context, two people who are, you could say, tied together are married for during the ritual the vines tie.
I don't think I've heard of that one. Interesting. Okay, you can go back to looking for rocks now.
Well, I know where the rocks are, but they are getting closer.
Okay, good. How close are they?
Oh, I don't know. Well, you said we had some feet to go, so...
We're getting about to like 15, 20 feet away from them, so they're coming up quick.
They're very, very close. 15-ish, I'd say.
Oh boy.
I already rolled a dex check for Chatwin, since you said they were getting close, and that's all Chatwin can pay attention to.
Mm-hmm.
I actually rolled pretty good. I got 23 total.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 19 on the die, guys, +4.
Nice.
Woo!
And you guys watch as Chatwin's head snaps back in the direction of the island, and all of a sudden, that wheel is turning, and the boat may be jerking around a bit at first, but now once she's... It's almost like someone who's super skilled at parallel parking. Only instead of parallel parking a car, Chatwin is parallel parking a boat. And so, as the choppy water kind of pushes you guys from one way or the other, as Chatwin is correcting this boat, you guys are gracefully deposited next to this other small boat and expertly weaved through the rocks as if they were non-existent.
The moment the boat comes to a stop, okay, give it back.
What are you talking about?
Santhovek, back off. Give it back.
But I'm having so much fun.
Santhovek, if I have to take it from you, I'm never going to hand it back again.
That's debatable if you can even take it.
Can I try to take it back?
You absolutely can. Make me a make me a wisdom save.
Bad time for my wisdom to be shit!
Do we hear this all on Santhovek's end?
Come on. Oh my god.
You guys would be able to... You guys can make a perception check to hear the whispering.
It's a 13 for Rubo
That's
coming up.
pretty average. That's a 15.
That's another 9. Jesus, that's a 2.
Don't make that face. Don't make that face.
That face. Oh. Listeners, if y'all could see the face on our DM right now, you would be frightened.
She literally rolled a 16. I'm so sorry.
Fuck yourself! Fuck you! God damn it!
What do we see?
I think Chatwin slaps herself in the face. I legitimately think she slaps herself in the face.
Okay. You watch for a moment as, Chatwin literally slaps herself in the face. And you see the head snap to the side. You see an angry grimace cross her face. And you don't think you've ever seen Chatwin angry before. And you see her, Chatwin, you feel the grip on the right arm begin to fade as the hand reaches over very shakily and with a lot of effort as she's trying to push you out of it, grabs the left wrist. And she looks up at everyone else and is like,
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
You're most certainly not fine. What is going on? Look, let's go talk if you want to not talk in front of the others.
And you see her sigh, holding the wrist. Just be like,
Fine.
I will talk.
Santhovek,
Maybe the truth
do not
would be nice.
talk to them. Do not talk to them, Santhovek.
And she'll nod to Damien and be like, Are we going down the hatch too?
Sure, let's go down the hatch and talk.
Santhovek,
I've got it under control.
don't tell them anything!
Alon is going to turn to Damien really quick. If you need help.
I'll be fine, lad.
Okay.
And he's gonna go down the hatch.
Who goes first?
Damien does.
As Chatwin goes to go down, I go, don't hurt him. And I just watch her.
And she looks up at you. It doesn't necessarily it's not an angry look, but it's almost a warning. Like, and I don't know what you know, but if you say anything, there will be consequences kind of look in the eyes. As Chatwin says nothing and descends the stairs.
Does the hatch close behind them?
Santhovek would close the hatch behind them, yes.
Okay. Rubo immediately lays down on the deck and puts his ear to the deck.
All right. Make a perception check as Chatwin steps down the thing behind you. And
16 plus 1, so 17.
all right. I would say you'd be able to hear through the floorboards.
Yep. And Damien's gonna kind of like, alright. What's going on, Chatwin? You're not yourself, I can tell that. Does this have to do with the times when you talk to yourself? Does this have to do with the talk we had about you possibly being infected and undead? Or is it you're not quite yourself?
The entire time, Chatwin is in Santhovek's head, yelling, do not tell him anything. He has not earned any of this. He doesn't deserve shit from us. He doesn't get shit from us, Santhovek. You don't get to tell anyone anything about anything that happens. That is for us only. Like, that kind of shit just endlessly in the back of her head is what Chatwin is yelling.
Damien, you see Chatwin freeze for a second as Santhovek, for a moment, sort of almost like peeking her head through a curtain, her head kind of reappears in front of you. Those piercing blood red eyes. As she kind of looks down at you again and just goes, all right, then you explain to me what the fuck I'm supposed to tell him. 'Cause I don't think the magic spasms are going to work.
Nothing. You give it back. You say nothing and give it back. That's the solution here, you bitch.
If you're never going to give it back again, I may as well have some more fun with it.
I have to take it from you, Santhovek.
I'm sure you can try. But in the meantime, if you don't want me to kill your friend...
Is that said out loud, by the way?
No, she retreated into her mind for this. She's just kind of staring off into space in front of you, Damien.
I forgot she can do that. Oh, fuck this. God.
So, unless you want me to kill your friend, tell me what to say.
Tell him that my business is my own, and that I have known him for less than a week, and that if I am not being a danger to anyone or interfering with plans, then it is none of his business.
And she nods. The face disappears. Damien, you see some focus come back into the eyes of Chatwin, and then she kind of focuses on you. It's like, whatever you think you know, you don't. A lot has happened in my life. Things that I would not like to share, that have made things happen as you have seen them happen. My business is my business. I've known you and everyone else up there less than a week. I don't think you've earned that yet.
Alright, and I can respect that. I have 2 questions for you. 1, are you a threat to everyone?
No.
Okay, and I trust you. And 2, do you need help with anything?
No.
Okay, if you do, I'll help you. I won't ask questions. If you don't want to give answers, you don't have to.
I don't.
But we're a team. You need to be able to rely on your team a little bit. And currently, the way you've been acting is you're scaring everyone.
Well, I'm sorry for that, but I do, as I said, I don't like boats.
I understand. And I think you did very well, and were very brave to get out here and face one of your fears.
Then can we get off the boat so I can stop?
Alright. Just go back to the way you used to be. You are truly scaring the party. Can you do that for me, Chatwin?
I will try.
Alright, thank you. And my offer will stand from now until whenever you decide to ask for my help.
And she'll nod. And she'll turn and walk up the stairs and out of the hatch.
She hits Rubo with the hatch.
Rubo's like laying on the ground still, and he goes, "They're not talking anymore. I don't know what." And all of a sudden, the hatch starts open, and I just roll, and I'm on my back, and I'm like, "Oh, that was a good nap." Oh.
Rubo.
It was a long journey. I was just a little tired.
I highly doubt that, but alright.
Chatwin will look over at you, Rubo, and just be like, "It's fine if you listened."
Listen to what?
I meant what I said. You're going to have to earn it before I tell you anything.
Then how about we get off at this boat, get back on land, and finish this?
Please.
After you, my lady.
My lady. I like that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Chatwin will move to sort of jump over to the other boat.
I think as soon as Chatwin jumps to the other boat, I'm like, Chatwin wouldn't have liked that. That's weird. She wouldn't have liked being called my lady.
Rubo, drop it. If she doesn't trust us, she doesn't trust us. All we can do is try to earn that trust and not be so upset. If anything happens, I'll take care of it.
Damon, that's just I'll go along, but it's just this isn't right. That's not like Chatwin.
Elon looks to everybody, Rubo, Thelthu, and Damien, not so much Chatwin, and just says, "One way or another, the goddess said that I was to find all of you. One way or another, our fate is tied together. One day she'll trust us, okay? Let's just get this done and get out of here, because this is too much time consuming. Aliana?"
And she'll poke out from behind your hair where she's been chilling this entire time and just be like, "Yeah?
Do you mind just keeping an extra set of eyes out?
On the scary lady?"
Let's put it this way. Some people say they don't need help, but they actually do. Just look for that.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on her.
If I may not know fully about trust and such, but I don't think keeping an eye on someone is a good way to gain trust. If we are to trust, then we must, trust.
I would agree.
I'm saying I'm asking for her to keep an eye out in case there are any instances that Chatwin might need help. Like I said, I've dealt a little bit with some of my men before, like this. We're just keeping an eye on her just to make sure she's okay. The moment she says she needs help, we'll be there. Fair?
Fair enough, I suppose, and we are wasting time as well. Conversations and questions for other times.
Right.
Rubo, can you get across or do I need to throw you?
How far is the distance? Is it super far?
No, Chatwin would have pulled it right up next to the boat, so there's maybe like 5 feet at most you'd have to jump.
I think I can jump. I do like a little acrobatic-y jump.
Acrobatics check, please.
Strength ain't my thing, but I could be acrobatic. Disadvantage, I forgot. Okay, that second one was better. So 11 plus 2, 13.
All right, with a 13, you're able to. It's nothing crazy, but you're able to like do a quick little flip over to the other boat.
I wink at Alon when I land.
Ignore said wink, goes over.
All right, acrobatics or athletics to get the small distance across.
I'll do acrobatics. Why not? 26.
Yeah, effortless. Just honestly, you throw in with that wink. You throw in a flip for good measure and stick the landing.
My jaw's agape.
I just chuckle to myself as I go by.
Well, Damien and his heavy armor is going to get a 7 with a 2 plus 5. I have rolled a 3, a 2, and a 2.
You okay, old man? Me in game flirting with my husband. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Shut the fuck up.
As you watch as Damien tries to just kind of stretch a foot over as if like maybe I can just step it, and then sort of half falls over the side of the one boat onto the other and lands with like a clank and a thud.
I go over to try to help him and just like, I was joking.
Alright. It's hard to move around in heavy armor.
Yeah.
Thelthu?
Yeah, if I may, I'm going to cast guidance because I don't have a strength or dex score. He's gonna he's gonna like touch his toes, and that'll be the guidance as he kind of like touches his little toes, and that's the touch for guidance. And I'll just athletics, I guess. Try to jump over.
Okay.
It's a 6 plus guidance of a 2 for an 8.
Okay. So with that 8, you attempt to jump over, and kind of like Damien, that toe that you touched catches on the wood, and you tumble face first over the side of the boat and land on the other deck.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
Here. And Aelon's going to offer another helping hand.
Yeah, he'll reach out and take it.
You all are going to need a lot of help.
Well, we were fine before things, and I'm sure we'll be fine again.
I just need to get you all limber. Wake up and do some exercises with me or something.
As Alon's helping them stumble across, can I make my way over to Chatwin?
Sure, you can.
And I go, Chatwin? Are you back to normal yet?
She kind of looks at you. Rubo, we're still on water. Give me a moment.
I don't know what's going on. I kind of want my friend back. I don't know what's been going on with you. It's just you're not yourself.
You see the slightest twitch of her eyebrow for a moment after you say that. And then she kind of looks at you and is like, your friend is here, but she's struggling right now. Rubo, give me a moment. And with that, can everyone make me perception checks, please?
When do I get to make another wisdom save? This is killing me. Just let me know when I'm ready to go. This bitch. Oh my god. It works out so perfectly story-wise that I have shitty wisdom. Come on.
I know.
That's a 16 for Rubo.
And I got a 23. 17 plus 6.
19.
12.
All right. Yeah. So all of you, as everyone's kind of taking their moment to collect themselves on this other boat and get ready for the task ahead, you hear the familiar sound of
Well, not you little pricks right now.
and that's where I'm going to leave it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We will roll initiative next week. I know. Thank you all so much for listening. This was definitely a wild session. If you want more of us and our insane characters, you can find us on social media at Chronicles of Kriath Pod, all one word, all lowercase, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. We also have a YouTube channel where you can listen to our podcast episodes if you're not a huge fan of listening to them on other podcast platforms. Thank you all so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the crazy shenanigans of Santhovek.
I didn't.
Well, we know you didn't, but...
Oh, and Gia, fuck you too.
Fuck y'all guys. Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys.
Motherfucker.
Fuck all y'all.
Chatwin's little fuck you there.
She really was just like, fuck you, Damien.
We will see you next time. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.